Carrie, it's usually the case that presidents have airports named after them after they've passed away, basically. This is the first time that we have a living president with that honour. Donald Trump, he does like to put his name on things, doesn't he?
Well, the person who put this name was not Donald Trump. It was a state rep from Florida who's a very dear friend of mine. Her name is Meg Weinberger, and she led this. She led it to pass through in the Florida legislature, and it's a homegrown effort here. And so he is Mr. Florida. He's a living legend. That's why it's happening. And I was there in Mar-a-Lago when they had that street named after him, which Meg Weinberger also led that as well. And so I think it's exciting. It gives a lot of just cheer for people. And again, Florida is a very conservative place, so it really fits the vibe.
Kelly, what do you make of it all? Because the president's also said he wants Dulles Airport named after him, and also Penn Station in New York.
Well, how much does it cost the taxpayers money? As a Floridian, it's been reported that this is costing $5.5 million. And I think, what else could we do with the taxpayers' money to help the people of Florida? And so, as you pointed out, usually after the president finishes their term, they have an airport named after them.
If I can
Carrie,
add one response to that.
Yeah, do you want to take that point?
Well, I just want to respond to the question of the expense, which is that President Trump has removed any licensing fees. So he charges a lot of money for licensing for his brand. The Palm Beach County will receive any funding. And I actually think this is going to be a huge tourist opportunity, because you're going to have a lot of people who will want to fly through just to get a sign. Maybe it's hard for this panel to believe this, but a lot of people will want to get a picture with this sign because President Trump inspires so many people.
He does indeed. Sorry, Caitriona.
I'm sure there will be I'm sure there will be a selfie spot there, Carrie, all right. But just what about Kelly's point about the 5.5 million? Is, as far as you know from your friend Meg, is that the cost of it?
I haven't seen the final price tag, but again, this was appropriated by Florida. And I will say, when you're looking at Florida, it is a very fiscally managed, well-managed state relative to New York, for example. It's a much smaller budget, but it does much better on spending. And just on a personal note, since I did mention my father's passing, President Trump is going to be sending a formal letter of condolence to my mother because my father, Ralph Sheffield, he was a patriot. He deeply loved this country, and I was honored to honor my father on the stage of the Great American State Fair for President Trump. So for me, I wholly endorse this airport change.
Carrie, we've run out of time, but it's fitting to end on a memory of your late father. Thanks to Carrie and Kelly for joining us.